guys do is sit around talking about motorcycles. That's what we do.
You don't belong nowhere else, so they belong together. But you're the man in charge.
I'm John.
Tom Hardy is the leader of a motorcycle club in the Bikeriders, one of few new summer movies I'll be reviewing this week on CJ at the Movies. I'm Christopher Zweig. Let's take a look. Jeff Nichols' first movie since Loving back in 2016 focuses on an outlaw motorcycle club in the 1960s inspired by a photo book created by journalist Danny Lyons, and is formed in the movie by Tom Hardy, who knows how to expand it with his ballsy leadership, and Austin Butler as his most trusted rider.
What the hell were you thinking back there?
Nothing. I saw you squaring off with them guys. What do I need to think for?
Yeah, you and me, kid.
Butler is married to Jodie Comer, who has conflicts about her husband's emotionless behavior as well as his dangerous rides.
I should just go. I'm just gonna leave.
What?
No, it's better. You'd be better off.
Stop it.
Not having to take care of me, worry about me.
No.
When I heal up, I leave.
The Bikeriders reaches the high standards of Take Shelter, Mud, and Midnight Special, all made by Nichols, by having the right kind of style and attitude to match the tone of these bikers who would resort to crime and even murder, just like regular gangsters. Even if some scenes seem familiar, you're still amazed at how the filmmaker and cinematographer Adam Stone photographs those scenes, and the performances from Comer, Butler, and Hardy are uniformly excellent. My friends and I got a look at this film the other day, and we all enjoyed it, and if you have style, and I mean the good, refreshing kind of style, then The Bikeriders is your kind of ride. Our next movie is Firebrand, which stars Alicia Vikander as Catherine Parr, the final wife of King Henry VIII, who survived the marriage. After all, you know what happened to all his wives. Divorced, beheaded, and died. Divorced, beheaded, and survived. And like the king, the movie is indulged in the behaviors and ambiance, which makes you care less about this dramatization. It's mostly Vikander who wins you over as Catherine because of her tone and consistency, while Jude Law seems to be overdoing the role of Henry VIII.
What's this woman to you? She was a radical. She deserted her husband, her children. She was a fanatic, preaching...
Our death is on your soul.
Take the hole.
I'm sorry. What? I'm so sorry. I don't know what came over me. She was a friend from childhood. Confused me.
Based on Elizabeth Fremantle's book Queen's Gambit, Firebrand looks great with the cinematography done by Helen Lovad, but it feels so bland considering the tragedy in the real-life king and his 6 wives. This is not much of a history film, and I think you're better off reading about this terrible tutor and the people in his life. Next up, Thelma, without Louise, but with June Squibb as the title character, an elderly woman who becomes scammed by 2 men claiming to be her grandson and lawyer. Inspired by the new Mission Impossible movie, she decides to take matters into her own hands.
You gotta tell the police. They're no use.
They contact people at random using telephone listings and social networking sites.
Like Facebook?
Sure, by Facebook.
Well, shouldn't Zuckerberg be able to fix this?
Fred Heckinger plays her grandson, whom she has better trust in despite him not figuring out his future yet, while the late Richard Roundtree plays a friend of hers who reluctantly agrees to let her use a scooter as long as he accompanies her on her mission.
I'm gonna get it back. I need a ride.
My mother is at large.
Why are we stopping at Mars?
To get a gun.
Do you even know how to use it?
How hard can it be? Idiots use them all the time.
God.
I can imagine how Thelma would have been if Diane Keaton played the title character, but at this point in her career, I don't want to. Squibb has the right kind of charm and age for us to root for her to get back at the scammer and his accomplice, and writer-director Josh Margolin makes an impressive, funny, and effective debut that isn't typical or ridiculous, but rather it respects the elderly and how they can thrive over situations. And our last movie is Ghostlight, a dark comedy made by the same geniuses behind St. Francis, the real-life couple Kelly O'Sullivan and Alex Thompson, who both use a real family played by Keith Kupferer, his wife Tara Mallon, and their daughter Catherine Mallon Kupferer, who are all struggling with profound grief to the point of self-destruction, only for the power of theater to help them out a bit. Kupferer is a construction worker struggling with the suicidal death of his son, as well as his daughter's adolescence. Then one day Dolly De Leon from Triangle of Sadness comes in as a stage actress who invites him for a reading of their upcoming production of Romeo and Juliet. Eventually, Kupferer would be cast as Romeo, while De Leon would play Juliet.
It's really great that you found a place where you feel.
Welcome, Daisy.
I just don't want to screw that up for you.
You should have told me.
I know.
I won't judge.
The lines are the easy part. hard part is the emotional journey.
Yes, the conflicts get noisy from time to time, but there are reasons behind them that a majority of us can't understand but can acknowledge the pain of it all. Ghostlight uses the real family with universally excellent performances and a shred of humanity in them, and I like how it uses a Shakespeare tragedy to help the family deal with their own tragedy. So check it out. Recapping this week's new movies: thumbs way up for the Bikeriders, thumbs down for Firebrand, thumbs way up for Thelma, and thumbs up for Ghostlight. Well, those are the new movies I'm reviewing this week. I'm Christopher Zweig. Stay safe, and I'll see you at the movies. For more amazing content, please like and subscribe to my channels, and please read my reviews at cjatthemovies.com and download the new HD Radio app.